afternoon and happy Halloween. I'm Jesse Schultz with FLW, joined with Kyle Wood from FLW, and we're here on the shores of Wheeler Lake at the Rayovac FLW Series Championship. How's it going, Kyle?
Well, it's a little cooler today, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, kind of completely different than yesterday. Yesterday it was kind of calm. We had clear skies. It's pretty cloudy now. Clouds have been rolling in more steadily, and the wind's starting to pick up. That's another thing we're gonna have to keep an eye on.
Well, let's go to the Twitter feed. Right off the bat, let's start with our day one leader, George Capitan. We just saw that he's starting to put fish in the boat and put a quality 3-pounder in the boat.
And he actually yesterday was pretty pumped about going out today. He thought this wind that's supposed to start picking up this afternoon was really going to turn his fish on. And that last photo we saw of him on the Twitter feed, he was holding a pretty good sized one.
Sure.
So I think he'll definitely be another guy that might be up there at the end of the day on the leaderboard.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in the top 10.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about some of the guys that are struggling. I mean, Scott Canterbury, Andrew Upshaw, Wes Strader, all these guys on the feed, the information that we've got so far, they're having a tough day, and it seems that these conditions are probably to play a part in that.
Yeah, they definitely, for sure, probably are one reason they're not doing as well, because they're all really good junk fishing, and pretty much everyone we talked to yesterday talked about how this tournament is junk fishing 101, as they all called it, and to see those guys hurting, you know that the conditions are most likely to blame for that.
Yeah, if you watch Rob Newell's real-time report, he got nobody wants to give information on the first day.
No.
But I think everybody was pretty much doing the same thing in terms of just, finding certain areas that had a decent population of fish and then just throwing everything at them. A lot of jigs being thrown yesterday, small crankbaits, things like that. But then you have guys that aren't fishing that shallow cover, like Todd Otten, Steve Mui, getting off the bank a little bit. Maybe their fish aren't going to be as affected by this weather.
Oh, definitely. I think those fish that are out a little bit and that that 8 to 20 feet of water are those ones that are going to probably bite a little better today, and again might pick up this afternoon as the wind starts to blow.
I would think so. Now here's a guy, Richard Peak. He is from Alabama. He knows this area well. He's fished a lot of tournaments on this lake. He's catching them today as well, and he might not have that real big bag, but he's going to stay consistent, and that consistent bag might be the way to win this tournament.
Oh yeah, he had almost 13 pounds I think yesterday.
Right.
If he can do that again today, I think he'll be sitting real pretty.
Absolutely. Well, any final thoughts for us, Kyle? We're wrapping up the afternoon. These guys still have about 3 hours to fish left. What are they going to do? I mean, we saw Capitan catch a 6-pounder. He said in the last 10 minutes of the tournament. Are we going to have an afternoon bite like that?
I think we might, but I think it won't be as good for those guys fishing up shallow. I think what we're going to see is as this wind picks up, those guys like Steve Mui and even maybe Randy Haynes probing around out there offshore, I think it might actually help some of those fish start biting in that last hour of the day.
Absolutely. All right, well, be sure to keep up with us on FLWOutdoors.com. Check out the Rayovac FLW Series Championship. Check out the Twitter page, the Twitter feed. We've got still live updates all day long. We'll have some photos for you here in just a minute, and we're going to have some ion footage later on, probably during or after the weigh-in. So be sure to keep checking out the website, and everybody have a happy Halloween.